Hello, everybody, Storm here, and welcome back to Stellaris, the co-dominant human-elf campaign. In the last episode, we continued work on our war with the League of Non-Aligned Powers, occupying more of the systems in the Zenak multi-system, and building up some war score. That was primarily the thing. And then, at the end of the episode, the Prethoran Scourge showed up in the Octilan Annihilators and Aquil's Galactic Empire area over here. And that's kind of where we ended things. Now, there was one significant problem that occurred in the previous episode, and I posted about it a couple days ago when I would have released this episode before, but our entire ground military got stuck in orbit of the planet that they had just recently occupied. And it was a giant bug, and I couldn't move them, I couldn't fix it, I couldn't do anything. So, what I ended up having to do is roll back to the previous save and replay basically the entire previous episode. And as typically happens when you do that, things didn't exactly turn out the same way. Now, we were still able to completely occupy all the planets in this system. I was also able to come over into this system and occupy... Did I occupy both of them? Yes, I've occupied both planets in that system. I've actually gone forward a bit further than we ended last episode. I, again, was able to destroy the Kark primary fleet, and I was able to engage and destroy the Zenak primary fleet. They kind of offered themselves to me. I was able to wipe them out. I lost a military station in the process, but I took care of that. So the Zenak have no fleet anymore, aside from a few small ships here and there, which are no threat to anything. The big difference between where we ended the previous episode and where we are now, after having to go through all of that to fix that bug, is that there's no Prethoran Scourge. They haven't shown up yet. So I don't know exactly when they're going to show up, and I don't know if they're going to show up in the same place. We'll have to find out. So, I have my entire primary fleet recombined. I'm sitting here in the Dwumgar system, ready to jump into action the moment that the Prethoran Scourge show up again. Actually, I'm bringing them in to do upgrades because we unlocked new armor technology. I went through all of our ships and upgraded their armor to the ablative neutronium armor. So that's done. And the other thing that we got done that we didn't before is I completed the last tradition. So now every vassal increases our naval capacity by amount 50% equal to theirs. So, we have finished all of the tradition trees, and we now have a open ascension perk slot. And I did not pick one because I wanted to leave this up to you guys in the comments to let me know what you think I should take. Now, I was originally thinking that we were going to take Galactic Wonders so we could build Dyson Spheres, but we're kind of getting toward the end of this series. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to get a Dyson Sphere built before we're going to be done. So, that may not be the best idea to go with. The other options are we can go for Transcendence. All members of our species will unlock their full psionic potential. World Shaper, we get better terraforming. I'm not sure we really need that. Galactic Force Projection increases our naval capacity by 200, but we have over 2,000 naval capacity. This is much better for the early game than the late game. Defender of the Galaxy would actually not be a bad idea. Damage to endgame crisis factions plus 50%, and everybody's opinion increases by 20. That wouldn't be terrible to go with at this point. One Vision, Governing Ethics Attraction plus 50%. Again, that's nothing we would really need to worry about at this point in the game. Consecrated Worlds unlocks a planetary edict to designate a consecrated world It increases pop happiness, spiritualist ethics, attraction, growth, speed, and unity generation, which we don't need the unity generation at this point. But it may be interesting from a lore perspective, considering that we are a spiritualist empire, or republic. Mastery of nature, clear blocker cost, which that's useless at this point. Galactic wonders, and we talked about that already. Imperial prerogative, which increases our core sector systems by 5, would actually be kind of nice to have. So I'm already running into a problem where we have to continually add systems to our sectors because we don't have enough core sector worlds. Shared destiny, subject integration influence cost, that's not useful either. Orbital engineering, spaceport module cost minus 40%. And gives advanced modules as research options. That might be interesting. So, let me know what you think is the best option in the comments, and we'll go forward with that. But for now, we'll just leave it open. Alright, let's go ahead and unpause it. Let's get this thing moving. So I was able to add 2 dreadnoughts to this fleet, and I renamed the fleets. I'm now calling the primary fleet just the Republic fleet, and this smaller force that I put together here is going to be the Gildan Guard Raiders. And I think it's pretty much done. 2 dreadnoughts, 2 carriers, 5 battleships, 10 cruisers, 10 destroyers, and 20 corvettes. It's a pretty decent force right there, and is more than capable of dealing with anything the League of Non-Aligned Powers is going to be able to throw at me at this point. I'm probably going to want to start trying to build some more of these smaller fleets of different compositions. And kind of using them to deal with some of our weaker enemies. Right now, I don't really want to spend too many minerals. There's Isk Republic. And right now, I am bringing my ground forces over here. It's getting to a point where I'm probably not going to want to break off too many more
Establishing colony
troops to garrison planets. We have the 46% war score. We still have 62 acceptance. Length of war is at 30. So that'll come down to 32 on its own. So we're going to need at least 78% war score. Minimum. To be able to win this war with all war goals.
construction complete.
Which, who are we gonna... Oh, we're making the Omni Foundry a tributary, right. Ah.
Station under attack.
That ship. Bad idea. Strike cruiser. What I decided to start working on is the battle fortress. I want to see what that looks like. Because these military stations that I have right now are pretty nice, but they're kind of getting outclassed at this point.
Ships upgraded.
Alright, the Republic fleet has been upgraded. And I'm sending in some ships to replace things that we lost. fighting the Xenak's primary fleet. Oh, I do need to take a look at surface construction. I queued up a bunch of surface construction on the ring world that we discovered, the other one. A lot of stuff that needs to be upgraded here. Let's see, let's upgrade all that stuff. What do we want? I guess we'll just alternate biolab, engineering facility, physics lab, biolab, physics lab. Okay. Another planet that needs some upgrades. Build that energy grid. Yep. Planetary shield generator. Actually, did I queue up a planetary shield generator? Energy grid. Planetary shield generator. Alright, there we go. Alright, we are occupying this planet. So what I'd actually really like to do is completely drive the Xenak out of the war. It looks like the Aqualies have a fleet here. Nice. And they have also sent the fleet over here. Which is also very nice. We can knock out all their military stations. Knock out all of their starports. Oh, another fleet. And occupy all their planets. Then they'll be completely non-functional. Not sure how much war score that'll give me, but be something. Maybe enough, maybe not. Coming storm is still there. A mysterious cluster of subspace contacts been detected on the approach vector within their galaxy. We're about to receive visitors. So I'm not sure when they're going to be here. Let's see, the vehements are still a significant issue down here. What we really need to do is we need to finish wiping out the sterilization hub of the contingency. Last sterilization hub. Alright. And then we need to find and close the Vehemence portal. It gives me a little scare every time I embark my armies. Are they actually bombarding here? Yes, they are. Yeah, the Zenek are very, very vulnerable. They don't have hardly any military force at all in terms of ground forces.
Engaging enemy fleet.
Alright. The Raiders...
Fleet lost.
Fleet lost? That was probably a civilian ship. I want to go wipe out their frontier outposts. Alright, we're at 51%. Alright, there we are. Hold on. The strange subspace echoes we detected in intergalactic space are now approaching the outer rim. We've entered the positions of these systems in the situation log. Alright. Where are we? It is not in the same place. It is on the other side of the galaxy. In Kemplar Collective Space. That's a bit of a problem. So we won't be able to get there. Not anytime soon. So that's going to be up to the Gulkfurki Crusaders to get in there and deal with that. Alright, with that being the case... So it is completely random. Actually, go ahead and run another upgrade real quick.
Ships upgraded.
Alright. With that being the case... I'm actually going to go ahead and start work... Do I want to start work on the... Crisis? We'll never get there in time. The thing about the Thorin Scourge is it is a pain in the butt to wipe out. Alright, this ring segment has 341 days. This ring segment has 1,200 days to finish repairs. Okay, keeping an eye on that. I was actually kind of hoping it was going to show back up over here, because then that would allow me to deal with it quickly. Because if you can deal with it quickly, it's better.
Engaging enemy station.
Okay. What I'm going to have to do here is just hope that between the Kemplar Collective, the Gulgfurki Crusaders, and the Galactic Defense League here, that they'll be able to contain that problem long enough for me to get done what I need to get done. And what we need to get done is, once we finish this war with the League of Non-Aligned Powers, I think I'm going to quickly deal with Lorongo by fully annexing them. Just annex the remaining 5 systems here and just put them to rest, end the war in heaven. Then when that is dealt with, swing down here, knock out the sterilization hub, which will effectively cripple the contingency, then find and destroy the Vehement's interdimensional portal, and then try and deal with this up here. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about coming back in here and reoccupying all the contingency's occupied planets. But if I can at least wipe out the sterilization hub, destroy their fleets, whatever is left, then we'll call that one good. So right now I'm going to keep most of my fleet parked so that I can build up minerals, primarily. We haven't started landing occupation forces yet?
Deploying liberation forces.
Okay, there we go. So we'll take that system, they'll probably fly over here and take this system. Now that our allies have cleared that, I'm going to need to send my own ships. Now they're sending a single corvette. That's not going to work. Alright, so it's a 2.5K and a 1.5K fleet. They won't get past the Manox system. Subspace signal. We are picking up a strong subspace signal washing over the galaxy. Its point of origin appears to be the contacts approaching from intergalactic space. Alright. They have arrived. Alright, so if I wanted to start building a new fleet, make sure we turn off this rally point, and we make sure you don't have a rally point there either. No, so our capital is going to be the only rally point, right? Yes. Okay. So, 6,500. Actually, there is one thing I wanted to do. Hold on. There's one thing I wanted to do, and how much am I going to need?
Alien Empire is making contact.
Alright, yep, they're here in force.
Construction complete.
I wanted to build the new Adia-class Titans. I need 6,000 more minerals. So, we have a giant pile of energy credits.
Construction
Go ahead and
complete.
see if we can convert those into minerals. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. Let's just do 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do that. Let's build that Titan. It'll take a long time.
Construction complete.
Alright, Avalon Ring has finished its surface construction queue. Okay. Well then, let's build some science labs. This would be what? So we could build a gene clinic there. Build a temple, build a visitor center, build...
Colony conquered.
That should be it for now. Alright, grab the influence. Alright, I need you guys to head down here and destroy that frontier outpost. Alright. Over here. Armies embark. Alright, 56%. Each one of these occupations were 5%. How much did we say we're going to need? 27. 22. Which means we're going to need to occupy 5 more planets to generate minimum score needed to complete the war. With the time factor. I could try and contact the Kemplar Collective and say, I would like an active sensor link for 30 years, and I am willing to give you, see, how much energy credits would it take to get 4,000 energy credits? Sure. I'll make 4,000 energy credits in 6 months.
Initiating communications.
Monthly living metals. How many of those do I have left? Let's see. Yeah, I'll take the 7,000 minerals.
Construction complete.
I sent it. Did they not accept it? There we go. Pathoran Vanguard. Pathoran Vanguards. Okay, so just the Vanguards are here, not the main force. Now, are these guys... Yes, they are subjects of the Lorongo Empire. Right, those guys are jumping. What I'll probably do is then head here. Wipe out the military stations, wipe out the spaceports. It's got 2 planets in it. Alright, we've engaged their mining stations. Okay. But we are kind of at the end of this episode here, so what I might go ahead and do is just kind of play on my own for a little bit in between episodes and see if I can at least generate enough war score to end the war. Then we'll see about ending the war next episode, and then see what we're going to do next. If we want to go after the Lorongo, or start putting our force into the war against the endgame crises. Alright, so the real scourge is now here. Alright, so go ahead.
Communications.
Oh. What's this? They want some dark matter for some neutronium ore. No, they're going to give me neutronium ore for dark matter. I'll take it. Hello. Alright, agree. Alright, there we go. Jeez. Okay, so we're going to end this episode here. As I said, thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next time.